Hello YouTube. This is 5 minute rants. By the title of this video, you'll have already known what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about the issue to do with school in the current time in this century. Let's get right into it. Firstly, 5 minute rants is a basically 5 minute rant on what the issues that society faces today, how we can change them, and how they could also further impact future generations. I tend to use this platform as a way to reach out to people that are facing similar issues, whether it's towards school or whether it's with dealing with teenage culture or dealing with changing environments and anything in that sort, anything that the world faces today. I would love to hear you guys' comments. Just comment down on what the next topic that should be addressed by me, and I'll be happy to address it. Firstly, I think in this current day and age in time that we tend to focus way too much on the short term as opposed to focusing on the long term, and it's stemmed from school. Here's why. Later on I'll explain to you guys why. But the short term has always been incorporated with its losses. It's just the way the stock exchange would work. If you meet an investor that's investing for the short term, such as a day trader, compare him and Warren Buffett. Look at their net worth, look at their earnings, look at whatever you want, look at their portfolios, look at the success rates, and you find that Warren Buffett beats all of them. That's why he is one of the richest men in the world, is because he invests in the long term. And school, my friends, has taught us to always learn, to always gain knowledge for the short term. And it's not as if that we are not exposed to this. It's not as if that we have not known this. We have known that school does teach us for the short term. We have not changed on what we do about this failure. It's because we are taught how to study for a test tomorrow. We are not taught how to gain knowledge from studying for that test next year. You see, there is a major difference. When you find yourself in a place, and not everyone does this, but I do know majority, probably over 80% of the people I'm speaking to right now, focus on the short term in school. And it's not their fault. It's not at anyone's fault, in fact. It is the way the current system has been placed in. We are dealing with a system that was made in the 18th to 19th century and expecting it to curb our needs in a changing environment. Do you see the delta at scale over here? We're expecting a system 18th to 19th century, we're in the 21st, okay, to deal with changes such as technology. 18th to 19th century, people, 21st century now. The relation between those two are to such a small extent. And when we realize that we are in systems that place us in short-term gains, in short-term knowledge, and we break away to gain long-term knowledge, we become a much better version of the person we were yesterday. Because, in my opinion, short-term gains are exactly what they are. They are short-term gains. They help nobody but you. Here's an example of a short-term gain. A short-term gain is when you start a company and in 1 year you are gaining millions, and the next year you decide, in fact, no, not even the next year, in that same year you decide to go out and buy a mansion worth $2 million. You decide to go on a skiing holiday worth $1 million. You decide to just blow out all your money. That is for short-term gains. You're putting yourself in a short-term gain or benefit. Here's what a long-term would look like. A long-term would look like investing into education for your family, investing into the stock market for the long term. I'm not talking about day trading. I'm not talking about anything like that. I'm talking about that. I'm talking about investing for the long term, people. Once you do that, you realize the benefits in the long term. Thank you.